So he kind of runs to the back and he brings up 4 mugs of what looks like you think is maybe Golden Gulp, and he kind of slaps it down on the table and he says, 1 gold apiece, 1 gold apiece.
I give him gold.
Nice. So he takes it and kind of tucks it into a little pouch that he has on the side there, and he says, "If you need more, just give me a holler or just sing a little tune. That seems to make me want to come up." So yeah. Anyways, yeah. All right, and he kind of walks away and is kind of talking to somebody else.
Alright, I'll try it. Is it as good as the one from Goldenfield?
Yeah, maybe a little stale. Probably been there for a while. Not sure if a lot of people drink the Golden Gulp, but it's good. It's fair nonetheless.
They probably don't drink it because it's expensive.
Probably. Stig, so you kind of go out and about and kind of work your way through the fields and whatnot. You do see that as you kind of go through the woods to the west, you find that the trees there are so they appear to be, fairly old. They don't seem to be harvested or anything. Despite the rest of the area, you see many trees that are missing. You do see an older, tall man that seems to be kind of sitting on sort of a log that's fallen off to the edge. He has a long white beard, and the beard kind of whips and billows as if there's kind of this breeze blowing through, but you don't feel any wind at all necessarily.
I'll wave and smile awkwardly and approach.
He kind of puts his hand up and sort of waves gingerly and kind of sits there with his legs crossed and kind of has his hands kind of his hands kind of running through his beard every once in a while.
I'll bid him good afternoon and ask him if he's seen anybody traveling through here today.
He kind of looks to you, and when he speaks, his voice is almost kind of like a stuttered talk, essentially, and it seems like the words come. He doesn't have trouble saying the words, but they come out as if they sound like he's saying having trouble. And he goes, "Nope, not seen anything lately."
Have you seen any large birds or orcs or hobgoblins come through here lately?
And just kind of continues to stand there, and he goes, "Nope, haven't seen anything like that lately. Standard birds, what I would expect to see. No orcs, never orcs."
I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Stig. I'm a lizard folk from the Mirror of the Dead.
Ah, Stig. Long ways from home, aren't you?
Yeah, I work for the Lord's Alliance now.
Ah, I'm Gwerion. Nice to meet you.
Definitely, Gorion.
Yeah, what? Beautiful woods, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm sure it's really nice to sit here and take it in.
I love it. It's wonderful. Please, feel free if you'd like to lay down. It's a beautiful place to take a nap.
Oh, that's all right. Were you here when the giants attacked and threw the boulders?
I come and go. I'm not here all the time, of course, but giants? No, don't remember any giants.
How old do you think these trees are?
Ah, very old trees. These trees have been here for centuries.
Mind if I sit down with you and take it in for a little bit?
Ah, please, have a seat. And he kind of puts his hand and kind of slides his bottom over a little bit to the right, giving a little bit of a tree. And you see him just continue to kind of look out towards the forest. And kind of puts his hand back up to his beard and just sort of kind of continues to kind of rub the beard there. As you've had a little bit more chance to see, the cusp of trees that he's looking at appear to be sort of like autumn trees. You see dazzling yellows and reds and yellows, oranges colored trees there. And there's probably about 20 or 30 trees that are that color. And then the surrounding trees are all sort of a normal green color. And the trees appear to be the same. You're not really a nature-ish kind of guy, but it's interesting that cusp of trees that he's looking at has different colors.
All right, I'll just sit down next to him and be quiet and look where he's looking. Take
Okay.
it.
All right, gotcha. He just seems to almost like he's meditating or just looking. He doesn't say anything, and he just kind of sits there with you. So back in the inn, you guys are there. You see that there's quite a few locals. You do hear a general discussion of talk about giants and whatnot. There's also been some discussion that you hear people talking about eggs floating down the river that they've heard about, that they've been seeing that's been unusual. There was even some reports that the stone bridge was taken over by giants that you've heard kind of in the discussions and whatnot.
That one. I'm gonna interrupt that one about the bridge.
Okay, alrighty. So you hear one of them say, yeah, the giants, they took over the bridge. Now you got to go through Wamford to get over to Belliard. It's terrible. Can you believe it?
Now who'd you hear this from? We
Ah.
crossed that bridge, and we beat a giant right off of it.
Yeah. We've heard that story before. It's not true. Once the giants showed up, nobody's been on the bridge.
And when did this start happening? How many days ago?
Oh, it's been like a couple weeks now.
I think back, how long were we in Yartar for?
2 weeks.
Oh, Jesus, that matches up.
Yeah, at least 2 weeks, probably longer than that. I mean, he just sat around and studied for 2 weeks.
Yep.
So beating up one giant not good enough for this world now?
Well, we heard that they took over the bridge and they're not letting anybody across the bridge now.
What do they look like? You got a description?
I do. I heard that they're really tall and they have long arms and they have these like wispy cloud-like beards.
What?
It
Clouds?
doesn't sound like the ones we fought.
This is weird.
Are you guys sure you're at the right bridge? Are you?
There's only one giant stone bridge.
Exactly.
The one right outside of Belliard.
Yeah, that's the one that I'm telling you. I haven't seen it, but I know a guy who said that bridge is now taken over by the giants.
And where was this guy from?
I don't know. Westbridge? I'm not sure.
Is that guy still in town?
No, he left. He left a few days ago. Anyways, I know what I know, and
You
that's
know
what
who
it is.
Was.
Who?
It was the trader, right?
The traitor? Maybe. Yeah, he was a traitor. I think he was a traitor.
Yeah, was
That guy
his name Hori Elkerson, and he was a dwarf.
I thought he was going north.
Yeah, from Westbridge. This is north of Westbridge.
Yeah, that was his name. I'm sure it was. Yep, that's right. And he kind of takes a big draw off his drink. Yep.
Yeah, he went over the bridge before us, and we cleared the bridge off. We got rid of the giant that was on it.
Didn't have clouds, though. So that's really weird.
It wasn't a fire giant though.
Yeah. So what he's talking about sounds like
maybe
different giants.
he mistook it for the flames, or do they have flaming beards or something like that?
Well, I don't usually mix up, raging fires with those nice little clouds in the sky.
Or maybe he was just confused by all the fog and everything that was in the air, because it was like zero visibility.
See, this is why scouts are important. If we get that good old Roland boy, we just send him there. He confirm, come back. That's a trip we don't have to take.
Was
We're
he
not
heading?
sending a child down to the bridge.
Yeah, have the
Hey,
kid go check.
That bridge was cleared by the time we passed.
Did he head north or south out of town?
He headed west. He said he was going to Neverwinter.
Oh, I thought he had to. We
Long
had
Saddle.
information, that he was going to Long Saddle.
Oh, Long Saddle?
Is
No.
it-
Mm-mm,
is it
nope.
Long Saddle north of here?
Yep, Long Saddle's north here, right up the long road. Definitely. A little cooler up there this time of year, to be honest, but yeah, sure enough. Hey, I heard that there's been some frost giants that have been around there. You've ever seen a frost giant?
Luckily not.
Hey, have you seen anybody come through town? Like, really pretty lady, like dressed in purple?
Purple. Purple pretty lady. Probably not in this place. He kind of looks around. He's like, this place is kind of a dump.
Well, that's true, but I didn't know if you may have heard, somebody coming through like that.
No, I haven't. She probably, I mean, does she have a lot of money?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Where would somebody with a lot of money stay in this town?
you'd have to go over to the Everwyvern house. Whew, that place is nice. Wouldn't let anybody like me in there.
What'd you call it? The Everwyvern?
Everwyvern, yeah. Or Weavern, something like that. I don't know. I don't ever go there. It's too expensive for me.
Is it that stone mansion we saw?
Up on the bluff?
We go, oh no, no, you don't want to go there at all. That's Boar's Rest. Ooh.
What's wrong with that place?
Ugh. There's a guy that lives there. I think his name is Youth or something like that. He's not a very nice guy.
Oh, why is that?
I don't know. He doesn't come out very much, and he put those things on his roof, and they're scary.
Gargoyles.
Those stone statues?
Yeah, yep. He, he kind of looks around a little bit, and he kind of leans over. He says, everybody says I'm crazy, but I've seen them sweep down, and they terrorize me when I'm walking home at night.
The statues?
Yeah, the statues. They come down and they pick my back of my shirt, and I turn around and they scare me. I swear, I tell everybody it's true, but nobody believes me. But I'm telling you, that's what they do.
Are you sure you weren't drinking just a tad too much on
I
those nights?
I do drink a lot, but I swear I can hold my liquor. I know what I saw. They come down. They do.
But they haven't
what does
hurt
he do in what does he do in town? Does he have a job, or is he someone important in
No.
town?
Well, he's supposed to be retired. He does that magic thing, where you can make things appear and disappear. And so he moved in about 5 years ago, but he's so arrogant. He's like, I'm the best, da 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 da. And so a lot of people have tried to kill him. And people have tried to blow up his house and everything. So he's really kind of like a disaster, to be honest. But he never comes out. He doesn't come out anymore. He hasn't in a long time.
That's good to know.
Well, hey, buddy, let me buy you another drink while we're talking.
Oh yeah, I like that. Let me get some of that golden stuff you guys got. That looks great. I never get to taste that stuff.
Well, it's not really as good as you'd think, but I'll order you around
Ah, thanks.
just to keep them talking.
All right, gotcha. So he brings a round around and sets it down in front of him, and he quickly starts working. He's like, "This is the best stuff ever! Oh man, I wish I could afford this stuff." What you up to over there, Melton, with your 10-gallon gold hat?
I was noticing if anybody knows what cool hat.
I noticed it a long time ago. So you're sitting there at the bar as well, I assume?
I am. I'm just chilling out right now.
Okay.
I'm looking for the crowd, see if there's an easy mark, see if I can make a little money off of somebody or something.
You do see an easy mark. So you see sitting over in the corner is a man. He seems to be very drunk, kind of sitting in the corner. He has sort of a not a robe, I'm sorry, a cloak that's kind of over him, and he's just sort of sitting against the table, and his face is literally like sitting on top of the mug. He looks about, I don't know, 12 or 14 drinks in so far. Yeah, but he's on his own, and he's has a small pouch that's next to him.
A small what?
Small pouch, like a sack of coin or something like that.
Okay. Well, I'll just kind of mosey over into a different corner where nobody can see me. Or kind of not. And I cast Mage Hand.
Okay.
And I try to slip over there and get that pouch from my Mage Hand.
Alrighty, sounds good. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
Well, hopefully I get it at advantage. Or he's at disadvantage.
Would I notice him doing this?
Can you give me a perception? So no, Relenia, you don't. He's pretty good at this. Melton's had some experience, so he's kind of blended away and does this real quickly. And Melton, you take that mage hand and cast it, and you kind of reach for that pouch and kind of quickly, and it kind of falls down underneath the table, kind of around the corner, and it slowly kind of brings it over to you, kind of going in between the chairs and whatnot. And the pouch is in front of you.
Okay, I'll take a peek and see what's in the pouch.
So as you open up the pouch, you see that you find several copper in there. There's like 4 silver, and you see there's a small parchment that's inside there.
Yeah, take a look at the parchment.
Yeah, so written in common, you see what looks like a letter of decree, or it seems like an assignment letter or whatnot, and it says, Silverian Loomshank, Priest of Helm, you are hereby sent to Allface Shrine in Red Larch for crimes against the church.
So he's been sent there for crimes against the church.
Correct.
I kind of wave Stig over.
Stig is out in the woods, actually.
Well, I won't wave Stig over.
All right, sounds good.
It's Stig Helm.
Stig is Helm, yep.
And I'll just hold on to this for a few minutes. I mean, this guy's not going to miss anything for any time soon.
Okay, all right, sounds good. And then Stig, so you were sitting there, you kind of got up and kind of walked around. You know, the trees all appear to be normal appearing trees, but none of them have any broken branches. There's no debris anywhere on the ground. You see what looks like grass and flowers, but no leaves on the ground as well. And you kind of got out and started watering the trees with your decanter of water, and the water falls onto the ground, and the ground soaks up the water, but nothing else seems to really occur.
I'll talk to Goen again and ask him if he's going to be here for a little while.
So he kind of is sitting there, just sort of watching the same cusp of trees that have these autumn colors. And as you talk to him, he kind of looks to you and he says, sometimes I come, sometimes I go. I may be here, I may not be here. I'm not really sure. However, that being said, I probably recommend that watch out. There's much afoot, as you know.
Yeah, I've seen these tracks to the northwest, and then I heard there's giants to the northeast.
Ah, yes.
I had a friend that may like to talk to you, and I was wondering if I could go grab her real quick and bring her back.
It's not too long. I may still be here, but sure.
Can you tell me more about the trouble in case you're gone before I get back?
Axebeaks have been in the area. Not from here at all. Actually, from the east. So, and with Axebeaks come orcs. Something's coming to the town. The forest will be fine. If you need refuge, come on in. But something will happen, I'm sure.
Do you think tonight?
Tonight or tomorrow, a year, 10 years, decade, or even century, I'm not sure. But sometime it'll be here, that's for sure, and when it does, we shall see what happens to the city. It may be here, it may not, but the forest will stand, that I promise.
Thanks, Goen. I hope I see you in the future.
He kind of smiles and he says, we may or we may not, and he kind of looks back and starts to stare at the trees again.
I'll run back to that inn and try and get Rolenia.
Okay, gotcha. So you're kind of running back, and as Melton, you're putting. Oh, you put it back. Okay, gotcha. So you slide that back over there, and as you do that, and you start to head back to the group, you see Stig kind of opens up the door, and Stig, as you open the door, you see several people sort of draw out their swords and their daggers quickly as you open the door by yourself.
I'll smile and wave. Hey, Lord's Alliance here. I'm a
Yeah,
priest of the helm.
I can see Lizard Man.
So you wave, and they all kind of seem to be standing there sort of looking at you. Why don't you make a persuasion check, Stig?
I smile because I see humans do it. I don't understand it, but I do it anyway.
All right.
Hey, he's with us. He's with us. Stand down, people.
Everybody kind of looks to the group, and they hesitate a little bit, and then they slowly kind of put it back in. And one of them says, "Well, why does he have such big teeth if he's going to smile like that?"
It's his nature. Here, I'll buy a round. Sit down.
Around, everybody cheers. And
I'll go up to Rolenia and tell Rolenia I met a curious old man out in the woods. I think you'd like to meet him. I think he has something to do with nature and keeping those woods safe.
There's a
Oh,
man
that's-
in the woods that wants to see you. That doesn't sound
Just like there's a man up on the balcony that really is interested in you, Barry, and wants to talk to you.
He's got little sugar treats.
Yeah. Before Stig does that, though, I tell Barry, "You're gonna buy everybody around a golden gulp?"
everybody goes, "Golden Gulp!"
How many people are in here?
We're gonna find out right now.
How much gold you got?
Got a lot.
I'll go over to Mom.
All right, sounds good. If I can get my percentage die to work.
So what is this? Uh-oh.
I'll give you 2 divisions of the number that was rolled. So it was, I rolled a 94, so 47, so that'll be 22 people are in there.
Holy crap.
So 22 gold, if you don't mind. Everybody is now drinking the Golden Gulp, and they are now singing songs about Barry. The little
And
halfling
Lord's
that could.
Alliance.
And the Lord's Alliance. And they all cheer, Lord's Alliance! And are all having a great time.
I hate this town.
So what is this gentleman's name? Stig?
His name's Gowan, and the forest is really old. It's kept up impeccably. I think he's protector of the forest. He said that if we have any issues and we make it to the forest, we'll be safe.
Rolenia, can I have a religion check?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Which direction is he from the inn here?
He's to the west.
Okay.
Well, yeah, west, slightly south. You'll see the trees. He's staring at one cluster that's slightly starting to change color.
Okay. I'll go see if I can talk to him. See if he's out there.
I just thought you may be interested. I got some business I gotta take care of here.
Yeah, the name seems familiar. So I'll go ahead and walk out of the inn.
Okay.
And then wander down towards the forest and just kind of look around and see if I can see anything.
Sure, sounds good. And just as he kind of walks out, you see a large mug of Golden Gulp kind of slowly starts to come off the table. And as it does off the bar, it slowly kind of goes over. And William, unfortunately, is talking with that gentleman, and Golden Gulp kind of pours all over the top of his head as the kind of the beer and liquid kind of drains everywhere, and then you see Melton kind of points to Stig.
Over who?
Yours, William.
I reached my hand 180 around to grab whoever just did that.
You see Melton pointing at Stig, and Stig is talking. Had just finished talking with Relenia and kind of turns around.
I'm trying to talk to this nice man. What the hell are you doing?
I'm talking to Relenia.
Gotta look at Relenia. Relenia's not even here, is she?
She's already walked. She just walked out. Yeah, you see her closing
Yeah,
the door
already
as she's
walked
got out.
I don't see no Relenia, Stig.
I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. I gotta talk to Melton real quick.
I go to. Is there a washroom in this place?
There is. There's a outhouse that the door is kind of crooked, doesn't really close very well. A door, and there's a large hole in the floor, and there's a kind of a pot or a bowl, if you want to think of it, and the water in it is kind of got like dirt and grime and
Well,
sort
I
of
need
mucky.
a towel.
Oh yeah, there's no towels in there.
I go to try to get one from the.
He says, use your pants. That's what everybody else does. Just wipe them. Jeez, oh, Pete, what do you think this is? Some sort of nobility place? Towels. Are you kidding me? Towels? Oh, my gosh. And he kind of goes back to serving liquor and drinks, and he goes to kind of, Barry, you now have a new friend as he's encouraging you to try all kinds of different drinks.
Who is this, Caleb?
Yeah. He's like, you're going to love this other drink I have. It's an excellent drink. It's called Dragon something or another. It's great.
All right.
So,
As long as it doesn't cost the gold.
oh, no. This one's not that much money at all. It's only 10 silver.
All right.
Excellent. Great. And he kind of goes back and grabs a glass and kind of brings it out. And then, yeah. And then, Melton, you were showing Stig that note.
I did.
Yeah.
I showed him.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alrighty.
I'm gonna buy 2 golden gulps.
Okay.
And, hey, Melton, do you want to get in a drinking game with this guy? We'll get him real drunk and then throw the manacles on him after he passes out.
So you see this guy. He does have what looks like a necklace of the symbol of Helm that he's wearing. It's kind of almost sitting inside his drink, kind of teetering on the edge. He's barely sort of sitting there and just kind of, kind of looks around every once in a while.
Well, I'll go sit with him. I'll say, hey, brother of the Helm, huh?
Yep. Not anymore, I don't think, anyways.
What happened?
You know what it is. Politics and all. This priest wants that, and this priest wants that, and lo and behold, they sent me out to here. I was a very upstanding priest, high power at Neverwinter. Lived there all my life.
So, Neverwinter, huh? I don't know any of the priests up in Neverwinter.
Yeah, Neverwinter. Still believe in Helm, but I just don't think he doesn't pick very well in his superiors.
Yeah, well, could be trying to earn your favor back, maybe sober up. Work on converting some people to Helm and doing some good.
Well, it was my plan, but I was coming through Tribor, and I got a couple drinks, and next thing you know, I've spent all my money, and I have a debt now. And he says, only if I'm not leaving till I pay off my debt. I just don't know how to take care of it.
We'll roll an insight.
All right, sounds good. As that's happening, Relenia, you make yourself out into the woods there, and as you walk through the woods, you notice immediately that these trees are very, very old. They probably have been here hundreds, if not thousands of years. You also notice immediately what Stig had noticed. There's no debris on the ground. None of the branches are broken. And there's no real leaves on the ground. There's that cusp of trees that you saw there, and you see a wooden log that's there, but you don't see any person laying about or being around at all.
Okay. I'll just kind of, kind of touch the trees, lay my hand on them, just kind of feel them, and then I'll call out softly to Gueron Windstrom, come talk with me, or something like that.
Okay.
I summon thee.
Yeah, you feel the tree's bark feels very warm to the touch, and as you kind of say that, go ahead and roll me a nature check if you don't mind. And then, William, as you're kind of sitting there chatting, you feel this feeling of like somebody like pulling on your pants a little bit.
All right. I'll bite. I'll turn around.
Yeah, you look and there's this dead trout, and you see one of what appears to be like a little hand, a translucent hand that's trying to push the trout into your pants.
I'm gonna grab and crush that trout.
All right, so you grab it
Liquid.
and crush it, and it's already kind of like moldy and pretty disgusting, to be honest. And
I instantly look around.
the hand disappears, and you see everybody's just kind of milling about. Nobody really seems to be paying attention to you at all.
Damn haunted tavern.
So, Relenia, you feel like when you said that, you almost felt like the bark had kind of contracted a little bit, almost pinching your hand. But you're not sure if that really happened or if it was just sort of your feeling. But you've never heard of a tree doing that before, at least not unless it's a Trent or something like that, or an awakened tree.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I can. Cast. No, maybe I can't.
Speak with
never
plants, or
Yeah, scratch that.
is it the next level, or just don't have it? Because it is in your armature. I just can't remember when it's at.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. I'll look it up later.
All right, no problem. So you do feel that feeling. You do feel sort of a lot of tranquility there, and peace. I mean, you really feel. You obviously grew up in a forest, so you know forest very well. You do feel like nothing will ever happen here. Sort of get that sensation, and it appears it's a beautiful. I mean, you've never seen any sort of forest like this, but it's almost unnaturally beautiful.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I'm not able to cast Speak with Plants.
Okay.
It's a 3rd level spell, and I don't even have it memorized or anything. It's not a ritual. so
Gotcha.
I can't-
Okay.
So, anyway.
All right, no problem. But you spend a good 15-20 minutes kind of looking around the forest, make a good move through there. The forest is maybe, I don't know, 40 acres maybe, and then it seems to be kind of well defined. And once you reach the edge, there's no real trees on the west side, and then obviously the north is separated by Tribord Trail, and the south there's a small cliff that's kind of there, a 30-foot cliff that kind of wraps up against it.
Okay. I'll just for just a couple minutes, I'll just kind of sit and meditate, and I'll pray to Gueron, Maliki, and Sylvanus.
Okay, that sounds great. So you go ahead and do that. Back at the tavern, Barry, everybody is now. You seem to be kind of the theme of the party, to be honest with you. And you notice that it was about 20-some people. Now the place is packed. You see a lot of the commoners now have come in from the town. It seems like word maybe has gotten out of your good fortune of buying rounds for the entire place.
Yep, I'll try to start up like a card game or something.
Okay.
And intentionally let them win.
Okay, all right, sounds
Only
good.
for coppers.
Sure, no problem.
Milton will go over there.
Sounds good. So you pull out or you ask if you don't have a deck of cards, and some guy says, "Yeah, I got this game called Three Dragon Ante. I highly recommend it. Let's give it a try." And they kind of teach you how to play. And it's kind of a long out game, but you kind of bet throughout it and whatnot. And you see kind of Melton comes up.
Melton, no cheating.